Do you feel like you and your dad aren't really connecting or haven't really connected or you don't even know why? Maybe you rub each other the wrong way. I don't know. I think a lot of people might be disconnected from their dad and don't know why. But today, we think we can help. We think that we can make this a different Father's Day for you, whether you're the father or you're the child of the father. There is something that might be in the way between you and your dad, and it's called a heart wall. And today we're going to talk about what this wall around your heart is, particularly with your dad, how the bros right live today can identify what unprocessed trapped emotion is on around your heart, causing that wall or block for you to connecting with your dad. And most importantly, delete it. Then you can have a happy Father's Day. Speaking of Happy Father's Day, good morning, John. Well, first, my name is Michael Loge. I live in beautiful Victoria, BC. I'm on the west coast of Canada, and I'm a certified emotion code practitioner live every Saturday, 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, on this Facebook page. If you're listening to us from our blog channels or on a YouTube channel, you can go to hangoutwithmichael.com/bros to sign up for all the podcasts, watch all the videos if you want to see it on video. And I'm here again with fellow practitioner, John. Good morning, John.
Good morning, yeah. Also from the West Coast, Vancouver, Canada. My name's John Inverarity. I'm certified in the emotion code and body code as well. And yeah, really excited for this topic today, Heart Wall with the Father. As you know, this Father's Day is my first, and I can really see how children trap emotions from such a young age. My little guy just doesn't know what's going on, and I'm clearing emotions from him almost every day. So it's amazing, how much we take on, how much we trap growing up. So we're looking to give a couple people today a clean slate, clear that heart wall emotion with your father. Yeah.
Yes. Today we're going to be talking about the emotion code from the lovely and talented Dr. Bradley Nelson. This book is about the emotion code. John and I are both certified by Dr. Bradley Nelson, and we work with people all over the world via video or chat or sometimes by text if John likes to do that. And we are helping remove old, unprocessed negative emotions. I know that you know that I know that you know that I know that you have them. Sometimes you hear something, you get triggered by it, and you're thinking, why did I get all ticked off at that person? It's not even about them. It's an old, unprocessed, trapped emotion that you don't know that you have. The good news is we can scan and find out, pointing to this chart here, which one of the 60 trapped emotions, which is a negative ball of energy. John, cue the size, please.
It's a little about the size of your fist, maybe a little bit larger. Yeah.
That's right. So you can't see them on an X-ray because they're energy, and they're stopping, blocking you from having success and having money and having love and having good relationships. And they're also causing pain and discomfort. And you know what? We're on episode number 101. I know that you know what we can do. And today we're doing something special. We're going to help dads and you and your dad connect better than you are. And we only need to have your permission. John, tell people what we're looking for today and what they need to do to be one of the recipients on the live bro show today. And then I got a couple of announcements while you're doing that. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So you need to be watching live and volunteer in the comments. So give us permission to connect with you and do an emotion code session. So those are basically the two key things. A little context would help, like say, hey, yeah, that's me. I'd like to improve the relationship with my father. Or I guess even if you're a father too, right? And want to improve it with your kid. We could do that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know in the comments.
You don't even need to join us, right? You don't even need to have your face on here. You just need to type it out. So, yeah. And what is the severity? You haven't talked for 5 years, or you get nervous when you're with them, and whatever the scenario is. We're not trying to paint you into it's got to be like that. We all have our own story, our own challenge. We want to hear what that is today.
Yeah.
John, let's welcome our friends today that joined us nice and early. And again, let us know in the chat, and John and I are going to do a quick, here's what the emotion code's all about. Oh, before I do that, I got announcements. Keep forgetting to do them. First, number one, if you live in beautiful Victoria or in the neighborhood, Next Saturday, June 22nd, Helena and I are doing a 7 keys to the emotion code presentation at the Victoria Hudson Market Wellness Day. And we're between 2 and 3. And this is real public. Like, doing it to you guys here online, all of our friends watching is different, but going to a big health market and having people. And, we're going to go a couple hours early and we're going to create a buzz. Oh, yes, we're going to be removing people's chronic pain live at 2 o'clock. You got to come up. You got to tell everybody. It'll be a big buzz. So if you're in Victoria, it's a free event. We are looking, normally we do 2 people, but we're going to do factory work next Saturday. Like we've got a great opportunity to, just like John and I do right now, we have a great opportunity to introduce people to the emotion code and how they could have chronic pain and arthritis and fibromyalgia healing live in front of their room. Yes, I'm saying it. So that's the buzz we want to cause. John, you and I have done it live a number of times, and it's always just magical.
It is, yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah.
Okay, that's June 22nd in Victoria. Next week I'm in Vancouver. I'm a guest speaker or trainer. I'm going to be training 2 hours on law of attraction to 350 business people. And I'm slipping in a half hour of emotion code at the end. Okay, by then they'll believe anything I'm going to tell them after 2.5 hours. So, the best way to get people to believe the emotion code, bring it on up. Bring somebody up that's in chronic pain and then they'll get it. So, and then I'm planning to go to Scottsdale or Phoenix, in Scottsdale actually, in September. And I'm going to do a free public 7 keys presentation there. And I'm also have a special training event that I'm planning for practitioners while I'm in Scottsdale because I don't know how to rest and relax, okay? So I'm planning a 1-week vacation and I'm putting 2 big events inside of it. If you want to be notified when that's happening in September, in the comments, you'll see the link to be notified when I'm coming to, it might say Phoenix, but you know what, in my head, Phoenix, Scottsdale, I'm in Scottsdale. You might live in Phoenix. Go ahead, let me know, join that mailing list. John, who has joined us nice and early today, please, go ahead.
Good evening, Natasha Paula Samuel. She's here with us, as always. Says hello, Emotion Code Bros.
And she's the first one. On our 100th episode, we had an awards ceremony, and she won. Well, she's probably feeling anxiety about having to maintain her title, but she won the most consistent first person on every Saturday for 100 episodes.
Front row, yeah.
She delighted again today.
Yeah. Yeah, quicker than Jennifer Towner, who's here. Says good morning from Seattle. Says I was hoping to be first, but my fingers are slow. Yeah, you got to be quick. And Jennifer's also saying Happy Father's Day. Hey, Sheldon Foster's here. Says good morning, everyone from Baltimore.
Hey,
Sheldon won an award too.
Dr. Brad's training last Sunday or Saturday in Florida. Sheldon, why don't you give us a sneak peek inside and tell us what that was like and that energy? And good morning to Sheldon.
Yeah, I heard it was DDM. Josh doing that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Kareem Beach Murray's joined us. Good. And who else, John? Do a refresh.
Hey, thanks, Natasha. She's saying congratulations, John, on your first Father's Day. Thanks so much. Doug Collins is here. Says, hey, bros. Yeah. Tajir Polstra is here. Says hi.
Hey, Tajir. Good morning. Holly Peters joined us. Nice to see you too, Holly. And Kareem Beach Murray shared this program inside the Hangout group. Kareem, could you bring, or maybe John, did you do that already? Put the link to the Facebook group?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did that. Okay, so it's inside there if you want to join. And I do special trainings and stuff inside there. So, well, good. So again, good morning, everybody. And today we are going to be working with the emotion code. And John, you might have used, or definitely we've heard it because we're in the business, but we've heard people say where they have a wall around their heart, or she's put up a wall, or he's got some blocks too. So even though they're just expressions, they're quite literal, aren't they?
Very real.
Yeah, tell us more about the literalness of this wall or this block or this fence or whatever term we're using. What does that mean in the world of emotion code and heart wall?
Yeah, so a heart wall is like just as it sounds. It's a wall around your heart. So why is that there in the first place? Well, we go through these, ups and downs, troubled times, stressful events, and your heart doesn't want to feel that impact going forward. So short term, it builds up this wall, this barrier protection to protect itself and protect you. So, that sting doesn't hurt quite as much. And like I said, good short term, but long term, it's not a good thing. So it creates a barrier block to love, joy, happiness, gratitude, abundance, going forward in your life. And so what we want to do is clear out that heart wall so your heart can, send out that radiating love and joy, and you can connect with people, in the present moment and not live with these emotions from past negative events. So it's a very real thing. These little balls of energy around your heart. And we want to clear that out for people today.
And we're not the hero in this process. It's your subconscious mind that's the hero. Your subconscious mind has stored everything, and it's super brilliant. It can do math like there's no tomorrow. You can just I'm sometimes say, since the last session, what is the percentage that I've reduced my drinking? It's like 91.7%. Really? 91.7%? No, not 90, not 9. So it's just so. Oh, speaking of not drinking, I have become the stop drinking wine whisperer. I worked with the woman. I helped her get rid of her drinking wine, and honestly, in under a 25-minute session. And all of a sudden, so now I'm getting new clients and say, do you know my friend blank? You helped her get rid of wine. So it's like double clicking. So now all of her wine drinking friends, I have no idea what they're going to do in replacement of drinking wine, but they're off the wine. Okay, I sidebarred. Where was I talking about? Talking about the heart wall. We're talking about the expressions about I got a wall around my heart. I went beyond that. Okay.
Got into white wine there for a minute.
Yeah,
You're not
that's
drinking
okay.
wine.
You know what? Hey, while I'm awkwardly trying to catch myself, who wants? I'm just scanning right now. Who wants an emotion code session to improve their relationship with their dad? It doesn't have to be messy. Just maybe improve it. Maybe there's a little tension there. Who knows?
Yes, Safina here has a question. Does it work with deceased dads? So I would say my answer to that would be obviously yes. It'll help with your mental process with your dad and how you feel about him. But right now, I guess the topic was improve your relationship with your dad. So it might not do that because he's deceased.
She could still have some negative charge.
Definitely.
About her dad, thinking about her dad.
Right,
this is a great spin. I love this question, and I love that you answered it, because I had an interpretation too. And always with even when I'm mentoring the emotion code practitioner, some of them aren't sure, and they said, "Well, I don't know." So don't guess. Just follow your fingers. Muscle tests say. So my dad's passed away, and I could say, "So do I have a heart wall with my dad?" Yeah. Now, when I remove the heart wall, it doesn't remove it from him. But this is Q law of attraction. So here's what happens. Law of attraction is this universal energy around you. And right now, it's responding to the vibe that you're sending. And it's pretty obedient, but it's not very smart. You see, the universe isn't in the job of matching just positive vibration. It matches all of them. And it doesn't know whether that vibe is something that you want or don't want, or whether it's good or bad for you, or whether it's helpful or not helpful, or whether it's good for you or bad for you. It's not a judger. It's not a decider. It's a matcher. So we give way too much credit to the universe, thinking it knows what's good for us. It doesn't know what's good for us. It's always matching our vibration. So now let's talk about the vibe that we're sending about relationships. So now imagine, and this is a picture of a heart, obviously with bricks around it. John, let's pretend each one of these bricks represented an emotion on the chart. So now I've got my heart, and my heart has a vibe And remember, a pure heart would be pure love, right? That's what the heart stands for, be pure love. But now it's being filtered by some of those. John, read me a trapped emotion in A1. Pick anyone in
Uh,
A1.
love unreceived.
Love unreceived. So now this particular person's heart maybe had a relationship where they were giving and they never received love and they hated that. They broke up and that was the big deal. So now they put that wall, not even on purpose. Now they have an unprocessed negative emotion of love unreceived. Why? Because they didn't process it. Why? Because we don't process everything. Sometimes you say, oh, no, I get over it. I guess what? No, you didn't. Oh, I processed that. Guess what? No, you didn't. There's still part of it left behind. So now there's the pure heart, and now it has a wall of a negative vibration that's diluting the pureness of the heart. And now law of attraction is responding to the heart with a little bit of love unreceived in it. And law of attraction is not very smart, but it is very obedient. So now it starts to unfold and orchestrate so you attract another heart like yours, because it's a matcher that has a little bit of love unreceived. And then you say, not you, John, but people watch, why do I keep attracting the same kind of guys over and over and over again? Why do I keep attracting the same kind of women over and over and over again? Because you keep sending the same kind of vibration over and over. Somebody hashtag this. Who's watching? Kelly Carson, Permelia, write this down. The response that I'm getting from others, your dad maybe, I'll say that again. The response that you're getting from others is matching the vibration you're sending about them. So if your heart, and when you think about your dad, then has the vibration of love unreceived, then your dad can only match it. He can't buck it. He has to match it. It's a matching. Here's the beauty. This is why the heart wall works. This is why the heart wall works, because when we do a heart wall session, we're not talking about one unprocessed negative emotion. John, there could be how many?
Oh, dozens. Yeah, dozens and dozens
10, 20,
and dozens.
30 of them. Then there could be some inherited ones. Ooh, you got a messy heart. But now, imagine, I wish I had a picture of it. Imagine if I could peel off all those unprocessed negative, and now I got a beautiful big red heart. Pure. What does that mean, John? Pure. Why is it pure? It's void of what?
And in negativity.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like pure olive oil, there's no sticks and stones in it,
Yeah.
Pure means it's void of something. So if this was all written, it'd be void. Now, cue law of attraction. So now people are done a session. I know if you're watching, you've had this experience. And now you're thinking, oh my God, like people are being really nice to me. Matter of fact, someone's flirting with me. An old boyfriend, girlfriend called. This is so weird. I just got a thank you gift. In other words, you start to notice some new manifestations. And the manifestations are in alignment to the vibration that you're sending. Did I get a shout out here from anybody? Did anybody write that down for me?
I think you did. Yep.
Can you
Kelly
read that
did.
for me, John, again?
Yeah, the response that you're getting from
Only
others is
because I don't
matching
want
the
to have to hear
vibration you're
myself
sending
again.
about them. Yeah.
That's right. So now I got a new heart. I got a new heart about my dad. And now my dad can only, and he doesn't even know that he's doing it. He's responding to the new vibration. The heart wall is really important. The book alone is worth getting, all of the book and understanding about the heart wall. And of course, John and I can help you remove it. It's a process. Okay. And what the volunteer is going on today, we spent 22 minutes and nobody wants a heart wall.
What's going on? Yeah, so I answered that perfectly, I think, here for Safina, right? Especially if it affects other relationships. Yeah, all relationships. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, yeah, Kelly says, my dad passed away when I was 10. I think he and I had a fight before he passed. So it could be that something there as well. And I mean, you cleared her heart wall previously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that, John, for a minute. As we learn more about the emotion code and as practitioners, you make some interpretations. That's why I love that the definitions are in here, because I would interpret in my own head, but the book says, no, that's what that means. But when Dr. Brad talks about the heart wall, he talks about having a general heart wall. I call that the heart wall to the world. It's like, what is the vibe or the heart that I'm sending to the world? You can tell what the vibe is of your heart by what you're getting, period. Oh, you're curious? Oh, I wonder what my heart is. Well, whatever you're getting is matching the vibe that you're sending. So, and then I also found when I started to work with people, they were saying, oh, I'm still having challenges with my daughter. And I was thinking, okay, do I have a heart wall? No. Do I have a heart wall with my daughter? Boom. Yes. And then a little voice says, well, the book doesn't say that you could have a heart wall with somebody specific. And I said, oh, and then I'm muscle testing and my fingers are locked so tight. I said, am I crazy? No. Am I, I was really just, so I can have a heart wall with a specific person. Now, you don't have to believe me. If you're a practitioner, follow your fingers. Ask the same question. Can I have a heart wall? I've worked with people that have clients and they're feeling unsafe with the client. They might cancel a contract. Guess what? That's an energy. I also work with a real estate developer in Portland, Oregon, often, and they bring me houses. They're selling properties. They'll say,
Right.
we're having some challenges with 2121 French Street, and I'll find out first. And it's not necessarily a heart wall. Sometimes they can have a heart wall with the contractors, but it's the energy. There's always blocked, trapped emotions that are stopping people from looking at the house or buying the house. So if you're in real estate, the heart wall would be a good exercise. So you could present a pure heart to all your prospects, all your clients, all your customers, all repeat clients. You might have a heart wall with existing clients. You might have a heart wall with referrals or people referring you. Again, if you're a practitioner, ask the question, follow your fingers. Kelly Carson, just to repeat, the response that you're getting from others is matching the vibration that you're sending about them. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm going to go to the room. Someone's saying that there's Henrietta's out in the room. I'm going to go see if she has a question. John, can you read a couple more comments while I'm doing that?
Yeah. So update here from Sheldon Foster, who was at Emotion Code conference. Said, I got a chance to be around a whole lot of positive energy. It was a blessing. Great to hear that, Sheldon. Yeah.
Hey, Sheldon, good news.
Yeah,
that would be great energy to be at a seminar like this. Hey, again, if you are watching, maybe you just joined us, I'm coming to Phoenix, Scottsdale in September. I have 2 plans in my vacation in my head: poolside, Mexican food, a free 7 keys presentation about the emotion code with live healings at the front of the room, and a special event for certified practitioners. John, I'm going to work with Harriet Tapia. She is inside the Emotion Code room right now, our Facebook group. And her dad's passed away, but we're going to demonstrate that to see if she has a heart wall with her dad, and it might change how she feels about her dad and her dad's death. So,
right.
This
And
is my first time.
all relationships. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to drink some water, John. Why don't you kind of talk about the process while I get started?
Yeah, absolutely. So practitioners who drink a lot of water, keep hydrated, helps with muscle testing. And so right now, Michael is just going to connect that, become proxy for Harriet. And so he's getting the fingers locked in there for Harriet. So muscle testing is an agreement with the subconscious mind. And we get like a locked in, like a tight muscle right there. That's a yes.
Am I Michael?
Yeah,
No.
when it slides through, that's a no.
I am. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm connected with Harriet, so I'm her proxy, right? I'm doing this on her behalf. I can only ask yes or no questions. So my first question is, am I Michael? No. Am I Harriet? Yes. Do I have a heart wall with my dad? Well, my fingers say yes. Trapped emotions are making that up. Is it under 5? 4, 3, 2. Is it under 2? No. Is it over 2? No. Is it 2? Captain Obvious? It is. Now I got to go find them. John, show the chart because I got to go hunt for them now. There's two heart walls causing this.
There they are. So there's 2 columns and 6 rows. So Michael right now would be asking, is it in column A or B, odd row or even row? And then you get to narrow it down very quickly right there. So what'd you find?
I found the first heart wall of anger. So I have an
Right.
unprocessed heart wall of anger. Do I need to know more about that? No, I don't. Can I delete it right now? So
Magnet,
now I'm
governing
deleting.
meridian, intention, clean slate. So clearing that anger out. So imagine that anger around the heart, Harriet,
Okay.
and that's influencing you now, how you feel about your father, how you feel about, other people, other relationships.
Good. So,
Yeah.
I said it loves to do math. But before today's session, what was the number of heart walls with my dad? 1, 2. How many now? Under 2? Yes. Under 1? No. Over 1? No. 1. So I'm going to go find the other one. It's grief. So do I need to know more about this grief? I don't. Can I get rid of this heart wall of grief? So now I'm deleting the heart wall of grief. I'm going to do a couple other things quietly.
Great, yeah. So these trapped emotions, they act like a double-edged sword. So they affect us mentally, so our mental health and how you think and feel or see yourself or see a situation, and physically as well. So they can create aches and pains, discomfort, heaviness in the chest and shoulders as well, specifically for the heart wall. So when you have a heart wall session, you're feeling better, more positive, optimistic, more love, joy, and you can feel lighter and, decrease that discomfort, pain, or eliminate it.
I found another one, John. There's another chart that I look at sometimes, and this is a little bit in my head. It's stronger than emotions. It's trauma, and I found that one that might be interesting. So she has one trauma heart wall from her dad, and it's scapegoat. So that might mean
Hmm.
something to her. The trauma of scapegoat, and it's my heart wall. Heart wall trauma of scapegoat. Do I need to ask anything else? Can I just get rid of it? So now I'm deleting this trauma heart wall of scapegoat. Yeah, I just swipe. I don't count. Don't text me and say you're doing more than 3. Yeah, I am. Get over it. Build a bridge. I just do it till I'm
All
done.
right.
Okay. Okay. So, am I Michael? No, I'm still Harriet. Do I have a heart wall with my dad? No, I don't. Did I? I did. Before, and this is, I'm going to kind of measure my results. Before today's session, what was the severity that when I thought about my dad, it generated negative emotions and feelings? She said her dad took his life away when she was 30, so she's publicly saying that. So I'm
Right.
thinking she might have had some charge around that, right? So before today's session,
Yeah.
what was the severity that I had sadness or negative charge or grief or those kind of feelings, maybe whatever they were, it doesn't matter what they were as far as the chart. What was the severity that I had negative emotions between 1 and 10 when I thought of my dad? Was it 1, 10 severe or high? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So before today's session, when I thought of my dad, I had emotional charge of 8. Now is it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So now when I think about my dad, can I be remembering the times when we had fun? Yes. Was I able to do that before? No. Now, will I immediately go to think about the event? No. Okay. Am I done? Yeah. No more heart walls with my dad. No more hidden heart walls. Okay, I'm done. Now I'm just going to disconnect. Now, sometimes people, John, when they're having a heart wall session, they can feel the sensation. Well, some people cry because the energy is moving, but some people get a
Yeah.
tingling, or they might call, "Ooh, I just felt like a wash go over me." What are some words that you
Yeah.
get?
Yeah, like that, like a sensation, like tinglings. Sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's cold,
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes they can go up or down, like up and out or down and out, sort of depending on
Yeah.
the person. A lot lighter, more optimistic. Some people have like clear vision. That's really common. So that's pretty cool to see. Yeah,
Listen, as you were talking, I wrote it down because I wanted to bring it up. A few weeks ago, I worked with a woman that was always cold. I mean, she,
yeah,
wearing slippers and blankets, even in the summer,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
fixed her. if I can use that
Really?
term loosely. Oh, yes. She even felt the difference. She said, oh, wow. She said, and she's getting comfortable. And she said, I cannot believe that my lifelong issue of being cold is corrected. So I have a
Nice.
follow-up session with her. We'll see, get her to notice. Now, John,
Yeah.
first, let's shout out to Harriet for joining us. Can we go back out to the room and say hello to everybody else that's commenting? And I'm excited about next week's show. And I thought before you see the title, I thought you'd want to hear the title because it could be a little cheeky, but I'm going to say it in a way that will make you feel good. Okay, I'm just going back out there, John, with you. So here is next week's episode number 102. Are you a crybaby? You know, you cry over the Scotty's Little Softy kitten commercials. You caught yourself crying watching one of the cooking shows or the chef shows. You bawl your eyes out over soap operas. No judgment, but if you're a crybaby, we can help that. I can almost guarantee it is an unprocessed trapped emotion of sorrow or sadness, or close to that. And if you've been a crybaby since you've been a baby, it's probably one that you absorbed in your mother's womb as a prenatal trapped emotion. So we're looking for crybabies next week. If that's you, join us. We respectfully want to help you curve the cry. Okay, John, who else is saying what as we wrap up today's show, please?
Yeah, lots of comments here. Leslie Marshall says, I had a very strained relationship with my father, but since he has passed, there's no fixing that relationship now. So I think we did a good job of explaining how you can sort of change your thoughts towards that. I mean,
That's right.
yeah, we've covered that
You'll
one,
always
right?
have the memory. So, that's like people that have been abused in the past. We can't delete the memory from them, but we can delete the trapped emotions of the fear and anxiety and social, like those things, right? That we can, you'll still have the memory, but it won't have the charge. Can somebody write that down? You'll still have the memory, but you won't have the charge.
Yeah. The other thing too is that you can create trapped emotions from thinking about past events. So, if you're thinking about that strained relationship with your father, you might have a trapped emotion. You might have that anger that's created like today, like right now. So clearing out the heart wall will clean the slate so you don't have that charge and further create more trapped emotions, right?
Yeah. When I have repeat customers, which most of my clients are, I always do a double check. Do I have any heart walls? Oh, I got one. Like the first time they had 30, and I wouldn't ask. It just means they had probably had an event in the last 3 weeks that caused them to block. That didn't. Maybe they got ticked off at somebody, didn't really process that. So that's the kind of thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
Our friend Ahmed has given me the hashtag. What the vibe is going on?
Fire.
And let's see, Margaret from Ireland's with us. Casper from Vancouver. Happy 101 fellas. And let's see.
Yeah.
Cream Beach Marina, we're talking about swipes. She said, I just follow my intuition. Sometimes I forget I'm doing it, And oh yeah, I don't need to swipe anymore.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm. So Kelly says she was exhausted after the Heartwell session with Michael. So that's common too. Sometimes, there's some processing going on. It's heavy stuff that's clearing out. So some people do feel fatigued for a day or two. Yeah, that's common.
Yeah, I got a quick little story. I'm working with this guy. He hired me about, I want to say 4 months ago, and he bought the two sessions. So the first session we worked on a couple things, and he really wanted to cut back on his drinking. He drank beer every day after work. He went to the pub. It was very social. Everybody gathered there. He'd have a couple of beer, and he'd go home and have a couple of beer. And he only did it. And it was, we don't know why we do with the things we do. And so he booked, remember, 2 25-minute sessions. So in addition to other things, I worked on the beer, and I found out all the triggers. And what trigger is, time to get off work, meeting the boys for a drink. That's a trigger when something happens. And then he gets there, and he said, I'd always go with the intention of buying one, but when the bartender said, do you want another one? He would say yes. So that was a trigger. And then when he got home and when he saw them when beer was on sale. So, but they're half price. I got to get more. I got to get double.
Yeah.
So we found all of those. I didn't hear from her about 4 months, which was really odd. I followed up with them probably about 4 days later. I didn't get a response, but that's okay. I had confidence that I did a good job. So I met him this week, and as soon as he came up, I remembered him. He said, "Do you remember me?" And I said, he goes, "Remember?" He goes, "You don't know me from the pub," but he goes, "Remember, I used to go to the pub." He said, "I haven't been since our session, and I haven't had a drink since our session." And he said,
Really?
"I just want to apologize for not answering your questions, but I didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
Didn't want to have a meeting with you and say I haven't had a beer because I just love that statistic. I just love that I haven't had a beer in 4 months." So then I got rid of his belief that if he tells me, because that's his story, that little story.
Yeah.
So I said, do I have the belief that if I tell Michael Loja that I'm not drinking anymore, that I'll start? He did. He had it, and I got rid of it. So that was an amazing story. I have really successful results with liquor, with drinking and beer and wine. I think I told you about that lady that got mad at me because she wanted to cut back on wine. I told her I should have a tiny disclaimer. There's no cutbacks. Okay. Hashtag there's no cutbacks. It's all or nothing. John, people that want to book a session with us, it's pretty easy. They go to our website and we have a calendar. Just kind of walk them through that process.
Yeah, so I'm at aliveinpeer.com. It's right below me here. I'll put the link in the comments as well. And Michael's at HangoutWithMichael.com. And we have online scheduling, really easy to use. So just pick your time, pick your time zone, and it shows you, our time zone, your time zone. It shows you what's available, and links up to a payment processor. So it's really, really easy to book in a session. Super user friendly. Simple as that. And then we can be having a session like this video, or we just do it over the phone. I do email sessions as well, like completely remote. And so a few options there. Yeah. I'll just post my website here in the comments.
Yeah. This week I worked with a mom brought her daughter. She was 13 years old, and school's finishing, and they're going off to camp. And her daughter in the past had anxiety about that, about being away from home.
Yeah.
At nighttime, she didn't want to be the last girl to fall asleep, and and I cleared all of that. She's so excited. So I'm going to get an update when she gets back from her summer camp. So it's such a young age to have that kind of social anxiety.
Yeah, you want to clear that out. Imagine that, work with like all these like kids, high school kids, and clearing out their anxiety. I bet like 90% of kids have anxiety going to school or first day or camp, all that. Yeah.
Listen, I still want to set up a booth at the Weight Watchers lineup when people are going to get weighed. Because I've reduced my weight, and I'm going to the gym 4 times a week. Are you kidding me? 4 times a week? Are you freaking kidding me?
Well, it's good for you. Yeah.
Oh my God, I've been so influenced by the emotion code. And so I go to 2 gyms. So I'm going to this other gym 2 days a week. And then on Tuesday, they have 3 trainers. I go in, I put a suit on, I do my thing. We don't really talk. They're always next. There's no social time. Except my trainer had a runny nose. And I had a magnet. Well, it sounds like you got seasonal allergies. Yeah. She's blown her nose. She goes, I do. She goes, I ran through a field of hay. Hashtag don't do that when you got seasonal allergies. 3 days ago, and it's all flared up. So I said, well, if I could help you reduce and eliminate your seasonal allergies in under a minute without touching you, is that something you'd be interested in? And she's trying to process that whole statement. Yeah, I guess so.
What?
So we finished our session. I got changed, and I met her in the lobby. I got out Big Bertha magnet, and I cleared her seasonal allergies. What? And then the other trainer, the guy trainer, came out, and he kind of saw what was going on. I said, well, I said, do you have any? And he was super fit. That doesn't mean he doesn't have any pain, not just big people. He said, yeah, I can hardly raise my hand. For years, I had an accident, blah, 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 blah. Cue me giving him a shoulder alignment and him doing this for the first time, probably like 11 years. And both of them are like dumbfounded. Oh yeah, I helped her get rid of chocolate bars too. She bought 4 at a time. This fitness woman would buy 4 Reese's Pieces. She said, the other day I went in and the sale was 2 for something. She said, 2? I'll have 6. So she has bought 6 Reese's Pieces chocolate bars or whatever they are. Hashtag
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. Hey, I had a lot of fun today. John, thank you for reading the comments today. And I guess we did one person today. So here's the purpose of today, is to help everyone understand why they might have an estranged relationship or why you might feel certain things with other people. It's because of the heart wall. We wanted to let you know that we can help remove the walls around your heart that are filtering and diluting the pureness of it so you can get along with everybody, customers, clients, children, and yes, even your mom and dad.
Yeah.
And your neighbors. Yes. John's at aliveandpure.com. I'm at HangoutWithMichael.com. And I'd love to see you join my Emotion Code Hangout room where we have some special goodies in there for you. John, next week, remind us, episode 102, the what show?
Are you a crybaby?
You a crybaby? We say that respectfully here on the Hangout with the Bros show. Okay, everybody, we'll see you later. See you next Saturday.
See you next week, everyone.